to maintain optimal physical health, right? What can we do?
There's a couple of things. I think it starts with having the attitude of finding something I can do. There's always something you can do to improve your health. So any stories, any excuses, get rid of them. Now, what are these things? One thing that doesn't get talked about much is going into a sauna. So going into a sauna is kind of like heating up your body and having this flushing effect that Dr. Ward was talking about earlier. But for people with orthopedic limitations, it's really safe. Another thing I like is supplementing vitamin D, vitamin C, zinc. These are things that will get us healthier. And people that aren't walking. So the first thing you might want to do is start walking. Most people can walk. So how do we get from not walking to walking? Well, can we leave our shoes out? Can we at least put the shoes on, have the clothes ready, and just really these micro steps to make it easier and easier?
I like that. You kind of gear yourself up, or you're looking at it and then you're feeling bad if you don't actually put the shoes on.
And I appreciate that piece of that.
too.
Most people can walk, and if you can walk, to just get that going, and then to put aside the excuses. That's perhaps the first barrier, is just putting aside those excuses, and I think it's wonderful.
I do too. So Matt, walking, okay, let's say you get the shoes and the clothes and you go walking. What benefits are you seeing from that? And really okay, I'm going to walk around the block, I'm going to walk a mile.
Yeah. So you pretty much start where you are. You do what you can. You start feeling tired. All right, that's enough. Do a little bit tomorrow. And you ask, what are the benefits? There's a lot of my clients over the years, walking is where they start. People that get six packs walk. People that lose 100 pounds walk. Because
I like that.
Walking, it reduces your stress. Like Dr. Roy was saying, it kind of brings the brain down. When you walk, you're definitely going to burn a lot of fat. Think about when you're outside, the fresh air that you're breathing as opposed to rebreathing the same air inside. And that flushing effect that Dr. Roy was talking about is important. And how about the vitamin D levels? There's a lot of research on vitamin D and your immune system. And getting the sun on your skin is natural, it's healthy, it's totally safe. And then, inventors, smart people get great ideas when they walk. So get the blood pumping, get the thoughts flowing, get everything reset. It's very natural. Your body is made to do it.
One of the things that he just brought up that's very interesting is the notion of breathing in the fresh air. I had never really thought about the notion of when you're inside, you're breathing the same stale air, and if you don't have good ventilation, you're breathing that air. And during COVID, we have learned about being inside being a compromising factor, that when you're inside and you're breathing that stale air, and perhaps the virus is in that environment. They're telling people not to be in group settings inside. So going outside is a healthier place to be in terms of not contracting the contagion. So in terms of breathing in fresh air outside, you're more likely to breathe better quality air outside, depending on, I guess, what part of the world you live in, than you would inside. And the vitamin D piece, that part, that it penetrates your skin and it's good, and some of the science that's come out is indicating that it is helpful towards building an immune system that helps combat the contagion if you were to contract it.
And I also get the benefits of going someplace or in your home or something where if it's inclement outside, or you just, you have machines or something you want to use, to be in a place, but you have to be smart about what you use,
right,
how you do it. And I guess, Matt, that's something that you can help us with, is as you increase your fitness level, you can increase the things you do.
Well, absolutely. You start off with walking, and then you can get into interval training, you can get into resistance training, you can get conditioned. And the thing is, once you start to experience the exercise and what it feels like you were saying, no one ever regrets working out. Well, once you get this positive feedback loop and your energy starts to come up, now you're even more motivated, now you're more inspired, now you're making friends that exercise, now you're behaving like them, now you've got appointments and times and obligations and commitments. And when you start to expand and connect in that way, your health moves forward, your life moves forward, your mood moves forward, your sleep is better. Walking's a great place to start.
And
right there, that you make friends that exercise. And I think of here in New Orleans, when you hear the notion of drinking buddies, people who kind of sit together and drink, but you also hear walking clubs, people who get together and walk. So you are the company that you keep. And if you engage in these types of activities, if you walk with family, if you walk with friends, you're being held accountable. You're making others accountable. You're being held accountable. And just psychologically, the role that plays, I said I'm gonna go for a walk with my buddy. I said I'm gonna go walk with my friend. I'm gonna go, shoot some hoops or do whatever. You're holding yourself accountable because you're doing it with somebody else. And so that's an important point that I appreciate he having brought up.
Mm-hmm. And just like he was saying, the more you do it, the better you feel, and it's kind of, you get in that loop. And I like that too,
Yes.
because that's true. It's the habit thing that we were talking about.
Yes.
And I guess you've probably seen that too, as a health coach and a fitness expert, that people can get into a habit that is a healthy habit and really keep that going because of the way it makes them feel inside and maybe look outside.
Yeah, definitely.
So what keeps people from doing that? What is the barrier, do you think?
There's different stuff. They'll say they don't have enough time. What that really boils down to, I'm not making this a priority in my life, when if you really step out and look at it, probably should be. It's going to reduce a lot of stress and solve a lot of your problems, give you a lot of energy. So they say they don't have the time. Maybe, people think that they're going to walk in July or August in New Orleans. It's hot, or today it's cold and it's raining. So is there a plan? I'm going to go to the mall and do laps there. I'm going to buy a treadmill at home for $500. I'm going to get a gym membership. So you got to find a way to do it. And at the end of the day, there's this little voice in your head that is, saying, making excuses, telling you a story, some story to just, quit or make it easy, or maybe someone even told you a story or gave you some information, gave you an excuse, and you just took it. The mental attitude is find a way, take control. You have control, you have the ability, and what's possible? How far can you take it? Those are options.
That control thing.
Yeah.
You've been talking about that for a long time. This is something you can control.
It is something you can control, and the part that you can control is your thinking too. Those thoughts that perhaps are barriers that people say, I'll do it tomorrow, or I'll walk in July, or I'll do this later, or once I get the treadmill, to control those thoughts and then control the behavior of actually getting up and doing it and creating that habit.
And also listening. I like what you said, Matt, about somebody's, the voice in your head or the voice sitting next to you on the couch. Well, let's not do it now. Let's go later. If you're the one who says, no, let's go now, then you're taking control of that too. So you can be a motivator or not even know it, I guess.
Yep.
Or a discourager. So there's that too.
Yeah, there are times when my wife and I are on the couch and we're, okay, you go for a walk? Not feeling it. No, neither am I. Okay, let's see what's on. Or say, you know what? No, let's just get up and do it. And we have never said we should not have gone for that walk. That has never come out of our mouths after we've done it.
Right. And so I wish I'm so glad I binge watched for 4 hours. Yeah. So how do we stay on the front edge of keeping our health and our physical health up to on track, I guess?
So how do we get it done? What you were just saying about never regretting exercise. What I've noticed, because I've never stopped exercising, is on the days I don't feel like it, about 10 minutes in, once I get going, the blood's pumping, the serotonin levels come up, the endorphins come up, you start to feel good. 10 minutes in, you're good and you're fine. It's just getting through those first 10 minutes. Now, how do we actually get that far? Well, make appointments with people. Appointments that you can't cancel. I've got a group of workout guys that I work out with, and I got to show up. They got to be there. There's group classes that you can show up to at certain times, maybe with a partner. I am a coach, so people can hire me, and then they've got the accountability, they've got some guidance, they've got some feedback, they've got a customized way to solve that problem for them. The most important tool I've come across is really digging in to understanding the fact that your health is the foundation of your life. Once you get your health right, your energy right, you can perform and serve the world and other people. So the most important tool that I like is you write down why this is important and how it's cost you in the past. And if you don't start doing it, what's going to cost you in the future? And you tap into emotions, not logic, but emotions. Emotional affirmations. And if you read that every day, man, it gets people taking action better than almost anything I've seen.
Wow, great advice.
Wonderful. That is wonderful.
I love that. And it's in writing and you're like, yeah, oh yeah, I don't want to end up like that.
Well
I don't want to
said.
be
Yeah.
like that. Thank you.
I'm certainly motivated and I'm pumped and I'm
I know. I have
ready to go. See you later this afternoon.
Okay, thanks Matt for joining us. Matt Lovett, health coach and physical fitness expert. We really appreciate you talking with us and helping us get on the right track.
Thanks for having me.
Sure.
It's an honor.
We'll be back in just a moment. Stay with us.